to 10th, 5 points off Europe. Must be a massive relief after the week you've had with injuries.
Yes, it's an important victory for us. Always difficult when you see the Sheffield United playing with different teams. They were difficult. And first half was difficult because they defend really, really well and they were very aggressive and very low block, with a very low block. But I think second half, I think we start really well and start to create chances. And then the most important thing that we dominate also the defensive transition. That sometimes in this type of game, when you become frustrated because you cannot score, I think the team show big maturity into control all the defensive transition, and we didn't give too much to them to the possibility to score. And so happy, so pleased. I think the player deserve after a few defeat to feel again the victory.
2 goals in under 7 minutes, and while we know the goal scorers, maybe the assists were the most impressive things, the quick thinking of them from both Sterling and then Cole with the goal and the assist today.
But it's really important. I think they were aggressive in the last third. We were talking a lot in the last week that to be more aggressive, and I think the second half we showed that we can be aggressive and we can score goal. I think we have the quality to do and to repeat more this type of situations.
Pegovic in goal for the first time, a clean sheet, and Badiashile excellent again.
Yes, I think collectively was good. Benoit, after a long time away, because suffered a big injury and now he's recovering his feeling and always is good. Yes, the challenge for us is now to recover all the players. It's going to be difficult because we had few last week. And yes, and to try to get the best from a squad that have a good balance if we are all fit. If not, of course, we need to find solution. But yes, happy because I think it was important, and now we need to think in Newcastle Tuesday. Important game to go to the semi-final. Yes, it's going to be tough because Newcastle are a very good team, but I think we need to feel confident.
To come into a new team and to get them into a quarter-final of an important trophy is actually a big achievement. And I know what everyone was screaming at the telly is, when are you going to bring on Nkuku? Are you going to play him in that match?
No, but we didn't want to take a risk. I think a few days more is always important for him in his recovery. I think today, yes, was a possibility to play with him, but we try to avoid risk.
You said that a key thing was going to start getting results against teams with the low block. You felt you got your message across. This is a real show of growth tonight. Yeah,
we always struggle and from the beginning of the season. And today I think was a good opportunity to see that we can deliver the show. We did a very good job and we need to keep going.
The collective absolutely bang average again. I was actually frustrated watching the last 20 minutes of that game. They went 2-0 up. That was an opportunity for them to really take that game by the scruff and they go chasing goals, finish that game 4-5, 6-1. Actually a chance to make a statement to supporters, the wider football and public. We've actually turned the corner here. We're on the way up. They didn't do that and played within themselves. Even Pochetino didn't flood the bench. And Cuckoo never came onto the pitch.
Yeah, I know. He gave a build-up before the match and at half-time and he never came on.
Yeah, really strange. Almost like 2-0. A tick box. They need more than tick box wins at the moment. We need bigger and better performances from Chelsea, and we didn't get that again today.
There's no urgency about them, is there? Ever? It's just like the second half. You like right. There's 2 goals. Go and push, get on. And like I said, Nkuku on the bench. What if he's on the bench? Surely he's fit enough to play. Why have him there? So and you think get 10 minutes in the game where you know there's nothing at stake. They look comfortable. They're playing within themselves to some extent. They weren't.
Why were they playing within themselves?
I don't know.
This is a team struggling for form, struggling for goals. 2-0. The Sheffield United players, their chins are going down. Take advantage of that. Get a bit of a sense of that. Drive at them. You know,
maybe confidence is low after the last couple of results. Is that?
If you're only going to get confidence from performances, that's it. That's not going to give them confidence. No. That's not going to give the Chelsea. No Chelsea supporter leaving that ground today thinking, "Oh, what a performance! We've really turned the corner with that clean sheet today." You know, and those 2 goals. Nobody's thinking that. Nobody's that deluded.
No, they haven't turned the corner, but it's still a positive result, right? Any 2-0 wins.
It's a win at Stamford Bridge, which
Kenny saying no.
They've been hard to come by, but it was against Sheffield United, who I think struggle and look like as much as they did well at home in that last win they got, they didn't look confident themselves. They weren't looking. They were just getting men behind the ball, and even then Chelsea they were just lacking a little bit of energy. And then Palmer does well, and he was the one that was looking down second half. He definitely upped then Sterling, but everybody else was like bad runs offside. Mudryk not making the runs, Jackson constantly offside, and just like poor play from Caicedo and Gallagher tried to put a bit of energy in the middle of the park, but it was just a display that was just a bit meh almost. Yeah.
I think it's maybe we nitpick Mudryk and the individual qualities lacking in terms of form, but collective mentality there for me. Sylvie, you see a little bit in terms of point and maybe a little bit vocal. That needs to be all over the pitch. People demand more of each other, falling out with each other on the pitch. Looks as if it's too nice. That
can you grow into that though? Because you made that point before the match as well. Young players, someone like Cole Palmer, he seems to have something about him, for example. So can he grow into the leader that you're talking about?
He can. We need more of them.
But you
need more of them. The majority of the players need. Those type of players, the quiet, introverted types, they need to be the exceptions in the dressing room. The majority of players need to be driving that dressing room, demanding more of each other, vocal, big personalities, that type of thing. And the last 20 minutes of that game are pushing each other. This isn't acceptable. Playing within us, let's go and fight. Let's go and get more goals here.
But I
don't get a sense of that.
I think that doesn't have to come from the players. I think it does come from the players, but can come from the sideline as well. Like we could hear the Wilder on the sideline the whole time. Like I know Poch is not extremely vocal, but you hear Pep and you hear Klopp and you hear like if they're not happy, they're driving the team, they're encouraging them, they want them.
But he didn't help with a substitute. No. He didn't send the right message with a substitute.
No, yeah.
They started with 4 centre halves in the game today. They finished with 4 centre halves on the pitch today. What kind of message is that sending? You know, the saviour in terms of Cook, what an opportunity to present themselves to the home support there today, energise the crowd, find a little something. No, nothing. Parks them on the bench.
Who needs fullbacks? What's a fullback?
What's a fullback? Yeah. Glorified centre back, basically. No, but it's just, but it was. They were lacking that because you've got quick wingers and you've got players that want to come inside. If you don't have the fullbacks that are willing to go past them and show that inventiveness and overlapping, then you know what it's like. If I go past my winger the whole time, that creates a problem with Sheffield United. You're getting runs in behind. It allows the winger to come inside and get that chance. Palmer would have got 4 or 5 shots away if you were playing with someone that's overlapping him the whole time. But you're playing 2 centre backs, and that's, you know, it's different.
Go on, keep going.
No, it's just gonna. It's drudgery. That must be drudgery pulling yourself to watch that type of performance today, Chelsea. We've seen a couple of them of late. The performance up at Manchester United was absolutely unacceptable. Pochettino's reference kind of Newcastle. Yeah, you could argue that's a little bit better today. Clean sheet, 2-0 comfortable victory. You can maybe try and stretch that and take some positives, but not me. I was so disappointed.
Okay, well the good news for our viewers is that next week we have got Spurs-Everton, so that's likely to be a more
not interested in the Chelsea game going forward.
Okay, well Kenny's off. Kenny's putting himself off the Chelsea games from now on. We'll be back after these. Beat an atrial flutter. He said that a little while afterwards, that there was a procedure that he underwent at the time and he was given the all clear. So obviously everyone's thoughts are with Tom Lockyer. At the moment, we're going to get back to our own game and talk a little bit about Cole Palmer, who was unimpressive in the first half, but very impressive in the second half. Stephen, he was really the catalyst and he scored the first goal for Chelsea. Yeah,
I think Chelsea were looking for someone to produce moments of quality, and he did that second half. And it's funny that the goal they score, Sheffield United had almost an identical situation. Sterling drives to the byline, pulls it across, and Palmer has, his desire to get across there. He's the one that puts the ball out initially to Sterling, but then he hangs at the edge of the box, senses there's going to be a cross. It's going to go in one area where he drives in, great finish. But it's just the desire to get across in front of your man. Poor defending from Sheffield United. I think there's 5 or 6 bodies in there. They can probably do better. But Sterling just taking the initiative on, driving past him, firing into the box, and it's a good finish.
Palmer has to do more of this. When he's playing the number 10 position, we see him drop off into the pockets, deep line position and link things up. But when the ball gets into wide areas, he's got to make the box. He's got to become a central striker, and he's not doing enough of that at the moment, but he should do, because of his technical ability, he actually is a very good finisher.
Well, presumably he will do. When he sees that you're getting the reward like that, he's got to continue to do that, presumably.
Yeah, he's got to find that balance, that number 10 position. Yeah, you want to drop in, break the lines, receive the ball in the half-turn and play people in, but also there's a responsibility, particularly with the likes of Jackson, who's very loose as well in terms of the position he takes up. Yeah, so put simply, when you get into wide areas, you've got good quality balls into the box, but you need people arriving, and he's the second striker. He's got to recognise that and keep a higher position at times, discipline himself to keep a little bit higher up the pitch. So when the ball gets into the wide areas, he hasn't got so far distances travel into the box. Because like I said, that was a really calm, confident finish. Yeah,
it was an excellent finish. But there was a bit more urgency about it. The first half, he felt he was just drifting around the game, and we lost it. He wasn't tracking back. That day, you can see it as an incentive. He just sees the danger, gets in there, finishes it off, and he's a talented player.
He got in there to help Nicolas Jackson finish off. The second goal was a strange one. We were looking at it, we thought VAR might have a field day, but there was no reason to rule it out in the end.
Yeah, with Scruffy won it again, this kind of right-sided position. Thought he actually sort of taken the shot on. Not exactly sure he was paying that to Raheem Sterling-Eid. I think he might have been looking to pick out Jackson at the back post. Sheffield United, for the first time in the games, don't kind of clear their lines. And as you see, it's popping about in here. I think Sterling does well, just makes a nuisance of himself, and the keeper could do better there, I've got to be honest with you.
The defenders fell asleep a little bit as well, didn't they? Everyone kind of thought something might be called.
They're really static. Like, it's like when it happens, I think it's going to... People putting their hand up, walk around. No one's actually tracking the man. You know, you try and teach kids play to the whistle. you have to continue on until the phase stops. Keeper, again, Fotheringham struggles. He thinks there's more power in the shot. He just palms it down to the left, but it's quite tame, and then...
Good out from Palmer again.
Yeah,
you know,
clever.
Doesn't panic.
Yeah.
There's only one place really can pass that ball underneath the goalkeeper.
What a lovely one for Nicolas Jackson to get, though, in fairness. Somebody who needs a few goals. He's got one today from about a yard out. Here he is.
Back to winning ways, 3 points today. What's your verdict on the performance?
Yeah, it was good win because we're suffering a lot this time. But with the help of our fans, we today and take away the 3 points and stand within again.
Goalless first half, 2 goals in 7 minutes then. Just how difficult was it to break them down?
Yeah, it was difficult because they were playing from too defensively. But it was we had a clear after the coach changed the formation the second half, and then we scored 2 goals.
Yeah, what changed there?
Yeah, I mean Raheem was outside and they put him to play like 2 strikers, and then we break them down 2 goals.
And we saw that he provided the spark, especially for the opening goal. Cole Palmer scored that. He set you up as well. What do you think about his performance today?
Yeah, he's amazing, amazing player. We're getting to know each other better. So if we start winning, the winning ways will come back.
And then finally, nice for you to be on the score sheet today?
Yeah, nice because it was hard times, too many criticism, but this is how life is. But now I score, and I hope to continue and make us win more games and try to win for the fans.
Well done today, thank you.
But the two of you weren't overly impressed with the lack of a killer instinct from Chelsea towards the end of the game.
I think Sheffield United look like they could be got at. I know they got numbers behind the ball, but it's just, you know, moments like this is Jackson just showboating. Like, is there a need for that? I know, Kenny, you probably want to touch on that. You're not happy with that at all, but it's, you know, Palmer gets in here, drives across the box. This is a really poor miss. But the 3 best chances of the game, one fell to United was in this situation. This one was fall to Chelsea, and Brohat just gets it completely wrong. Again, driving at him. Jackson goes on the overlap to draw the defender, and he, you know, defensively stand up well. But when you get yourself in a place like that, you know, hit the target, get your shot away. I just think Chelsea were lacking a bit of quality in the forward areas.
Yeah, but that bit of showboating from Jackson, I worry when I see that. Because that's like somebody, body language suggesting, I've earned this, I've earned the right to do it. My performance is at such a high level, yeah, I can throw in a few shapes here and there. He can't. His performance levels aren't good enough at the moment. He talks about getting to know his teammates. He needs to get to know how the offside works, because he gets caught offside that often.